Have you ever looked back at a decision and thought, what was I thinking? Maybe it was a relationship, a business move, something you said, or even something you bought. And the strange thing is, you're not a foolish person. You're intelligent. You think things through, you analyze things, and yet somehow you still made a decision that made absolutely no sense. So what happened? Today I want to show you why smart people still make foolish decisions. And the answer might actually change the way that you make every decision from this point forward. You see, most people believe something that simply isn't true. They believe that smart people make smart decisions, but if that were true, doctors wouldn't destroy their marriages, successful executives wouldn't ruin their careers, and brilliant entrepreneurs wouldn't lose everything chasing bad ideas. The reality is this: intelligence and decision making are not the same thing. You can be incredibly intelligent and still be incredibly foolish. Why? Because decisions are not driven primarily by intelligence. They're driven by something else. Every decision that you make is influenced by three internal drivers. The first driver is emotion. You see, emotion moves way faster than logic. Your brain processes emotional signals thousands of times faster than rational thought, which means something can feel right long before it actually is. The second driver is identity. We don't just make decisions based on what is wise, we make decisions based on who we believe we are. If someone sees themselves as successful, they may make decisions just to maintain that identity, even when those decisions are risky. The third driver is justification. This is where intelligence actually becomes dangerous, because intelligent people are incredibly good at explaining why their bad decisions are actually good ones. They build logical arguments around emotional impulses. In other words, emotion chooses, identity approves, and intelligence writes the explanation. And this creates what I call the smart person's trap. You see, the smarter you are, the easier it becomes to justify what you already want. Instead of intelligence protecting you, it actually becomes a tool for defending your impulses. You don't see the warning signs because you can explain them away. You don't slow down because you feel confident, and confidence without clarity is dangerous. So how do we protect ourselves? How do you protect yourself from this? You see, there's a question that reveals almost everything. Before making a big decision, you need to ask yourself this: am I trying to discover the right decision, or am I trying to identify the one or justify the one that I already want? That one question exposes the whole process, because when we're honest, most bad decisions begin with a desire and end with a justification. You see, the wisest people are not the most intelligent. They are the most self-aware. They understand something about themselves. They understand that their emotions can mislead them, their identity can pressure them, and their intelligence can deceive them. So instead of trusting their first instinct, they slow down. They ask better questions, and they invite perspective. Wisdom begins the moment that we realize intelligence alone isn't enough. If you've ever made bad decisions, or a decision that you regret, it probably wasn't because you weren't smart enough. It's because something else was driving the decision. And once you understand that, you start making better ones. Because the goal of wisdom isn't just thinking better, it's learning how to see yourself clearly. And that might be the smartest thing you can ever do.